Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back. Best Buds Podcast, Season 2, Episode 10. Double digits, boys. We made it. We made it. That's 2.5 months equal to. So, getting it going. It feels good.
The steady grind.
Yeah, man. We're here with another little episode. Special guest is getting pushed back. It's still in the works. Trust. It's coming. But we've got a good...
Yes, now you just got us.
Yeah, just us. Sorry.
Just us again.
we've got an interesting little episode for you guys tonight. We'll get it started with songs of the week. I'll get mine out of the way real quick. Honestly, haven't been listening to anything other than that Kendrick that I talked about last week, and still the J. Cole mixtapes that have been dropped recently. So I'm gonna go back to the J. Cole. You Got It. I don't think we've done that one yet. You Got It with Wale. I think banger. Just always puts me in a good mood. And
there's a subtle line. There's a subtle line that's very true. Got to go listen to it to find out.
Jap, you want to take it from there?
Sure. All right. So my song of the week is actually like two songs. I'm taking a verse from one song and then a whole another song. So the first song is Splash Brothers, and it's a newer song released by French Montana, which I think it's his album. The beginning of the song is absolutely terrible. So I'm listening to it, and I'm like, why is this popping up? But then I see who's featured. Lil Wayne. So I give it a little bit of time. All of a sudden, this man comes onto the beat. Too smooth. It's literally like probably 45 seconds of just straight goatness. And this is released in 2024, guys. So this is some new stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely go check that out. And then, since that's only a verse, I'll shout out another song I've listened to. The Prelude by Jay-Z. Shout out Jamon, he put me on this. The sample is crazy. And this is like the opening song to a Jay-Z album that was released in like 2006. So this is like prime Jay. So yeah, fire song.
All right,
Z.
Got some reggae for you guys. This one's it's Peter Tosh, and he's got a lot of heartbreak songs with reggae. But this one's more like a you moved on from me, but you don't know who you are no more. It's kind of one of them heartbreaks where it's like he got a different type of tone. He's kind of talking his shit.
Yeah.
He's talking his shit to his ex.
To a couple
trifling. Brand New Secondhand by Peter Tosh.
Okay.
And
apparently I need to give it a listen, huh?
I would give it a little listen and see how it resonates with you.
Yeah. See how it got me feeling.
See, because you're just a brand new secondhand, yeah. That's how they be acting, man. That's how I feel. Let me not get into it.
That's, I feel like a lot of the things like society pushes right now on social media, like little phrases, it's just your turn, things like that. Like, it's just a game, that type of stuff. I feel like it's sadly prevalent, And like the more I want to like ignore it, the more it's like just true.
I think it is. I think people are so used to with social media like distracting themselves. That's all they know how to do.
I was gonna say it's translated from the social media to real life, like that kind of like it's a game. I can do whatever, but
when they don't want to deal with something, they just distract themselves.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people that aren't very conscious. The unconscious people that are just kind of going about doing their thing.
You got to know yourself. If you don't, you're gonna make those mistakes. But we're getting on a tangent that we could get way too deep on. So we'll bring it back around here. Before we get into the topic today, eventful weekend, at least for me. I know Zion's, little eventful. Jap. Eventful in
just chilling,
straight chill mode.
Yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, I mean, it was a great weekend. Chelsea won again, so just keeping the high vibes going. But I graduated from college on Saturday. Sort of, thank you. Sort of surreal,
Shout out.
surreal moment, kind of still sinking in, at least like the feeling of like, okay, that's done. Let's get
No
going.
more of that schedule.
No more. No. I didn't have to choose classes or anything for next semester.
It's really
So
crazy because I didn't graduate that long ago from college, but it feels like it was forever ago. Like it feels like it was so long ago. Like it's so past me,
yeah.
but it's not. I'm really still a child.
And that dude, I literally told somebody today, I was like, I'm gonna be looking for ways to just stay young as long as I can. Whatever whether it's like concerts once a month or sporting events, like something where I'm just doing stuff so I can, keep
I
that
feel like
feeling.
youthfulness is a mindset.
Yeah.
People be tripping about that. Youthfulness is a mindset. It's not. It's something that you need to keep.
But
Yeah.
going off that, it was a beautiful ceremony. Family was there, some friends were there. I'm going to share a little excerpt from my graduation letter that my mom wrote me. Not sharing too much, but I read it and it hit me like nothing has really hit me in the recent times. So I just wanted to share it, and I think it's good words for everybody to hear. And yeah, she won't mind because I think she listens to this.
Yeah, your mom wrote me she wrote me a note or a letter or something for my graduation. I still have it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, so this is and every like I should be good now because I've read it a few times, but every time I read something from my mom or like something like this on a big moment, I just get so emotional. But she was a writer in college and has been like an editor and stuff, so it makes sense why she's able to write stuff like this. But here it goes. I hope I've taught you these important things to help you succeed in life. How to clean up a messy house while listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers. How to write a thank you note. How to eat a backwards dinner. How to take a picture in your head of something really beautiful when you only have a flip phone. How to wash your clothes and not overstuff the basin. How to travel. How to be positive and grateful. And maybe most of all, how to always be kind and respectful, especially to the people who love you most. And that, I just read that and was like, damn. No matter the moment that it comes with graduation or whatever, like I'm truly grateful, to have mom that cares so much about instilling those things in my life. And it's just really some really beautiful words that I wanted to share.
Yeah, it's kind of like I mean, you've already been out the nest, but it's like jumping out the nest and learning how to fly. Like that's kind of what she left you. But
And it's
she's hoping she taught you how to fly.
it's also for her and my dad. I'm the first kid to make it through college, so I feel like there's a sense of like, let's go. One out of three.
It's getting real for them because their kids are, Dave, you guys have been grown for a while now, but it's like
It's
my son's
different.
out of college now. Like, yeah, so it's
But yeah,
it's a cool thing though.
not to get too soppy before we get going on a fun, interesting set of topics here. Anything y'all wanted to add about your week? I know Zion, I don't know if you had a,
I'm all good, brother.
Yeah. So good weekend for everybody. And
I've been chilling.
we'll be seeing each other soon. I guess this is a good time to ask Jasper. I might need some help moving tomorrow.
Yeah, bro. I got you.
I will say,
Bet.
I will say though, we might have a little highlight reaction coming up. Y'all get that soon.
Yes.
Did I tell the stream already? I got the dub.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it. We'll
My fault, my fault.
we'll get further into it though in the video. I'm excited for that. But before we get into the topic, as I was saying, I'm moving home tomorrow. So last time seeing this might look a little ratchet for a little bit at the new spot, but we'll see how fast I can get that together. But that means seeing the boys and everybody soon. So exciting stuff for sure. But yeah, let's get right into it. We're going with a little game of our firsts. Not a game, but a little list of topics that we'll run through. And we'll get started with our first memory of each other. I think that's gonna be good.
I'll start it off.
Oh god, let me
Memory
sit
of Noah,
back.
it was Southern Middle School versus West Pine.
Yeah, let's preface. I went to
Noah
West Pine
was
Middle School. They went to Southern Middle, so we went to
rival
different.
middle schools, and Noah was probably
Mm.
the worst person you could ever want to see on a basketball court. Like we're in middle school, so I don't know like who's watching this, but like that's like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. You were in 7th grade.
Should we set the like setting a little bit, like the difference between Southern Middle and West Pine?
Yeah, yeah. Go
Is
ahead,
that
go ahead,
important?
go ahead, go ahead, Jasper. Go ahead.
What? Okay.
You might.
So Southern Middle. Uh, how would you say this? You know, it's kind of like
I'll say it.
Southern
I'll
Middle
a
say
little
it.
was
bit
West
more
Pine. I'll say what West
cultured.
Pine was. Yeah, Southern Middle was more cultured. West Pine was the rich white kids.
If you know, you know. It was more cultured. West Pine had a bit more of the moolah, a bit more of the nice cars,
prestigious.
Yep.
things like that. Car rider line was looking like a little $100,000, you know. Southern Middle was not. My dad used to drive like a beat up Tacoma, like
There wasn't. It was
real
mostly
shit.
bus drivers.
Yo, hey man,
Yeah.
shut up, man. Like, don't even. This man just say it was mostly bus rider. You
No.
you about to get the Southern Middle all the way up out of me, dog. That's
Oh
crazy.
shit! No, I didn't get it. I
Okay,
didn't
now
get
that we got the setting though. Now we got the setting.
Yeah. So keep in mind, this man Noah, like, he
I
leads
didn't.
West Pine. Like, look at him, you're like, yeah, that
Oh,
he's
Yeah,
in
that's
middle
West
school
Pine.
in West Pine, I was West Pine at West Pine, and I didn't meet these boys like officially until high school. Really?
Yeah,
we
this
were
is
rivals,
like
bro. We were rivals, for real.
we're
Yeah,
rivals.
we were
Definitely.
rivals, and it helped because
We
I beat y'all.
At the well, okay. At the expense, one player sold the game for us. We both know. We all know who it is. And so
absolutely
keep in mind,
so.
if we were getting touches for real, like if that was us, we probably win.
Shit.
I mean,
It would have been
coulda,
even
woulda, shoulda.
scoring, mate. Yeah, right. Let's not even.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're being honest,
It just sounds sad now.
I didn't really do anything. I think I played more than y'all. If we're gonna,
The
you know,
only thing Noah did, and this is how I'm at. This is my first impression of Noah. Is cussing out the ref, cussing out everybody,
I had
cussing
a
out the
bad problem
parents,
with that. I had a bad
just
problem.
cussing. Like, brother, we're kids, bro. When you cussing, and my main problem with it was, which is, and this goes to him being from Southern or West Pine.
Pine
The
Hill.
ref didn't even care. Ref was just letting it
They had
slide.
my
Like
back.
if that was anybody from Southern Middle,
They had my
it would have
back.
been a completely we'd have been out of the game.
Yeah, y'all would have been
Might have been
ejected.
The police might have been called. The police might have been called.
police
This
might
little
have
middle
been
school kid.
Yeah, no, I had a problem. I had a problem with talking back to referees, like a major problem that I solved at some point in my life. But I'm not surprised that was your first impression of me.
And that was probably I don't know if that was your first impression of him too, Jasper, or what.
Probably.
No, me and Noah played soccer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Me and Jasper kind of
When I
went
said
back.
we were rivals, no, we were actually cool.
Me and Jasper were cool. Me and Zion were more rivals, but that's just because I didn't really know who he was, and he looked
I
kind of
didn't really know who
goofy.
he was
He
either.
looked kind of goofy.
I looked very goofy. Very goofy.
Yeah.
Bro.
My first
Long hair,
memory of-
no locks, and goggles. Getting buckets. I was getting buckets that game at Southern Middle though. I was getting buckets.
But yeah, me and Jasper we kind of go way back actually. The OG soccer days. Those days were fun. Good group of guys.
Yeah, we used to do a bit of carpool. We used to both kick it with Charlie.
Yes, Charlie the GOAT.
I actually watched a lot of those games because I would be hanging out with Willie.
Yeah, Trip was on the OG
Then,
squad.
Once we hit high school, we got a bit of motion. Girls started going up to the game.
Yeah, it evolved. It definitely evolved. But I think those were my first memories of y'all. Was that, and then obviously high school we became actual close friends. Y'all been friends for longer than I've.
What was our first time meeting? Like I don't even really know. Like really meeting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like hanging out. First time hanging out.
I feel like it had to be like rec basketball. But
rec basketball, yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
We were definitely on a team together.
I feel like
we were on a team together. We made that all-star team.
Mm-hmm.
That year we were tough. I remember.
I wasn't on it with y'all. I don't think
it was me, you, and Pat.
Oh
and
yeah.
on that white
Oh,
blue
I
team.
remember that picture.
And because the one picture, like, we had just played a game, and you had like a bloody nose, and like I was sitting with my like arm around your stomach, like,
Yeah, I had a
come
bloody
on, bro.
nose. I was I was tight. I was very tight because it was intentional. It was an intentional bloody nose. Your boy was a little hothead too.
Oh
All
my
right,
gosh. Yeah, that those are good times. Those are good times.
I was
We've
Yeah,
come
that
a
had to.
long way.
it was somewhere around there. It gets blurry. Me and Jasper got really tight though in high school though.
Okay, let's kind
Because
of
we went
go.
together with the same people in middle school, but we never really like we'd probably be at some group hangouts together and stuff.
Right.
I feel like the first
But
time we had to have hung out was like Pat's or Will's or something, like actual hang out, all three of us. Right? I don't know.
Will's before the games, we would go to his crib, but I feel like it was
Did we?
before the basketball games.
Yeah, but I feel
I
like
feel
we
like it was
started hanging
before
out
that.
some like freshman, sophomore, like sophomore or junior, maybe. I don't know.
You got pulled up from
As
middle
a
school, right?
freshman. Oh, in middle school, yeah, I played
Over the summer
over the
with us.
summer. That was definitely the first time we hung out. Yeah, with Coach
Yeah.
Locklear.
mm,
Coach Locklear,
Jasper, you was on the varsity team.
Trevor.
Were you there with the summer squad?
Jasper was with the varsity squad.
oh, that was else.
He played some with both. He played some with both,
Okay.
I believe.
That
But
doesn't feel right.
I,
But
I feel like you don't remember Coach Locklear, Jasper.
I do. I had him on Snap.
No way. Why is Coach Locklear adding?
he used to come up on my suggested. Yeah, weird guy.
He was chill though. He was chill though.
He was
He was
goofy
cool. He
as
couldn't keep up with the smoke.
no.
I got lucky. Honestly being with him that first year because I didn't have to deal with the Snyder
You
stuff. I
avoided the
was chill
Snyder.
mode.
Yeah.
Full chill mode.
Yeah. Let's kind of move along a timeline of our friendships, I guess. So first memory, somewhere along of the middle school times, maybe elementary. We had a first crush. Any no naming names, obviously, but like any memories that come to mind with that. For me, it was definitely like it was probably like me and me like when like soccer practice, like somebody on the girls team probably.
My first crush was the Invisible Woman from the Fantastic Four.
Oh.
Mhm. That's when I knew. I said, "Oh Lord, who is that?" That's my wife.
I had two from like my childhood like that.
But I mean, if
Definitely.
we're trying to keep it real, people, or what?
Well, it can be whatever. I didn't even think of it like that. So that's good. That's good.
If we
That
can't
was-
name drop people, it's like
That's what I'm saying. That's why I just kept it at that. Cause I ain't trying to drop nobody's name. You feel me?
I mean, yeah, I guess it don't really matter. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I had a crush on this one girl in middle school, and then I ended up dating her. That was like low key one of my first crushes. I mean, like really that I can remember.
My
But it was
first
really
real,
because I sat next to her.
cause you sat next to her. My first real crush was this girl. I was really young. It was first grade. I was probably like 6. Is that right? First grade, 6 years old.
Probably
Something like that.
about just about something. I'm bad
But
with
yeah,
that.
Yes.
yes, that was my first crush, and that was also my first kiss. We kissed in like the chorus or whatever the
In
class
first
was.
grade.
Yeah, we just did a little smooch. Nothing
Hey.
crazy.
Okay, now,
Just
gang.
like, you feel me?
Step terms.
In class with it.
That's crazy, bro. Y'all is just
Teacher being,
like.
teacher being crazy irresponsible. Like, what you doing letting us kiss in your classroom? Like, come on, man. I should have been in trouble.
Word. That's hey. Look at you go, man. Look at you go. Yeah, I think the first crush stories are tough without dropping names. Yeah. We
What's
can
next? What's
we
next?
can go. Okay. Going along. Y'all sneak out or get drunk first.
Let's do.
I feel like I got drunk before. I don't
Me
know.
and Jasper's story is the same, right? We got drunk on the same night.
Mine's
remember?
yeah.
Remind me of the night. I don't remember.
This the same night we met Summer.
That was y'all's
Bro,
first
you're gonna have to.
at Phil's?
It was at Tanner's.
Oh, I was like one of the little house.
Oh,
Oh.
my
You
stomach.
that was your first. Was that your first night, like getting drunk?
I had a couple like I didn't really drink serious. Like I didn't really drink for real until that night.
Yeah.
But I had
A couple drinks here and there.
I think we can prep this real quick by
Not
saying
though.
no, none of us really like drank that much or like that in high school. Or, like we played basketball and we were quite serious about it. So there was
Yeah, we were all like
we had some
good,
consequences that would happen physically to our bodies if we got too carried away. I'm talking about like running after, like just being tired, not actually. Let me chill. But yeah,
No.
just to preface that. So like for
It
me,
was more than just a physical consequence.
it was mental. It was death.
Mind, body, and soul. All of it.
Oh, I'll knock my story out real quick, then y'all can add to that. For me, it was at Pat's with like probably Phil and Bodie, and remember we had some twisted teas, and we were just like, oh shit, oh, and I don't remember drinking much, and that was it, and then it
First time
wasn't that great.
My first time was great. Great.
That at Tanner's, that was a fun night. I was there, right?
That night was fantastic.
I
There
was
was a good amount of people there, but it wasn't like crazy. You know,
had some pong going on the table.
Pong going, made little handshakes, got a lot of videos of it. Like
The
Snapchat
handshakes.
videos. I just recently seen these videos on my phone too.
Dude, they're good. I'm not gonna lie. The videos
I
are
was
good.
very drunk. I think the very first time me and somebody didn't even introduce ourselves to each other. We just started shooting, like shoot in the mirror. Just like I'm in the mirror doing it by myself because I'm intoxicated. And then she just goes up to me, start doing it too. I'm like, oh, she cool. She kind of cool. Didn't even introduce herself, just start dancing.
Hey, no,
That was a good night,
that's how we knew Summer was cool as fuck.
Yeah. Been friends ever since.
Yeah, so I think those are some good memories right there. For me, it was a good memory just because it was with my homies, you know, and we were like, that was probably like sophomore year, the only time I drank maybe that whole year, just because I thought it was cool.
I think it was for me.
I think that was
night that I'm
our
talking about
junior
was
year.
June. Was that
Oh.
your or my junior year? It might have been our senior year.
No, it was
right
y'all's
before the season.
junior year. It was y'all's junior year. My
Junior
sophomore
Junior
year.
year? Yeah. Okay.
My time might have been freshman year. I'm not exactly sure, but moving along. First time sneaking out.
First time sneaking out. I feel like I had a buddy that we would just be out, but it wasn't really sneaking out because his parents was just like really chill. But we'd be out till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Would you have gotten in trouble? Would you have gotten in trouble if your parents had like found out that
If
you were?
what? If
Would
my
you?
parents found out?
Yeah, if they found out you weren't at the house with homie.
If I was staying the night at his crib, then they didn't care.
Oh, okay, I see.
It was at his crib, so and I mean that's not my pop's responsibility. So we would just be out, just driving around, probably chatting up some shorties, going to McDonald's, listening to music, just experiencing what it's like to be out late at night. Cause like he had a car, so we were just like out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out.
For my, I'll just make a confession to both my parents if they're listening. Snuck out of both y'all's houses multiple times. I'm sorry. It was a real test though, cause like my pop's house, boy, that thing was built in high school. That thing was old, dude. I was like, James Bond stepping on the right wooden boards to.
Right, you got the pattern figured
Yeah,
out. You
exactly.
Step here,
Hoop,
step there.
jump, twist, spin. Yeah, and then my mom's house, the door was just loud at my mom's. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't doing nothing bad or putting myself in danger, just being, a high schooler. But no, that's kind of the extent of my stories, I think.
I would say the first time I snuck out though, it's a crazy story.
We can't tell that one. We can't tell that one.
Get into it. Pops, if you're listening, I've only snuck out a house twice. I didn't really get into nothing crazy. twice. One of them was kind of like, actually, it might have just. No, it was twice. It was twice. First time I sneak out, I'm out. Car battery dies.
Oh.
I'm about 2.5 miles away from the crib. I run to the crib because
you got to do what you got to do.
I was gone, absolutely gone. Like I just be running. I don't know what it is in my genes, but I can just run, and I was gone. Get home, sweating bullets. Walk to the crib, cause the car battery that I was in, dead, won't start. Got a homie staying with me. Walk to the crib, scariest night of my life. My heart is beating incredibly fast because I just got done sprinting home 2.5 miles. I come up with a plan. I gotta take my pop's keys. I gotta take the Beamer keys. So the Beamer keys are in his room on the dresser, right? And mind you, they sleep with 2 chihuahuas in their room. And if y'all have ever experienced chihuahuas, the slightest noise of anything, and they're barking.
They're actually watchdogs.
Their esophagus like falls out of their mouth. Like they're just barking at everything and anything. So I get home, heart's beating, I'm sweating. My homie's asleep in my room. Not gonna bother him because I'm only on one mission right now. I gotta get these keys first before the plan is even. It's the first step of the plan.
Yep, gotta get to the keys.
Luckily for me, the parents' door was already. It wasn't fully shut. It wasn't locked. Like it wasn't latched. Like the latch wasn't shut. So you just had to push the door. You feel me? Boy, I could have been a ninja. This is so smooth. I really could have been. Like I probably was a ninja in another lifetime. Push the door open, real slow. The light floods into the room very barely. I'm a skinny boy, so like I don't need too much space to get through that door. Now, luckily, at this point, my eyes were in hyperdrive, so they adjusted to the darkness quickly. Luckily, the keys were not by my dad's bed, like right next to his
bedside table, right yeah.
Bedside table. They was right into the dresser, right next to the door. So I'm looking, I see him. I'm like, oh, Ja, thank you so much. So I don't even got to get my whole body in the room. I just got to get my arm in the room.
Yep.
Pick up the keys, little. You feel me? As I pick them up, slowly slide out the room.
Oh.
Close the door. As soon as I close the door, both the chihuahuas are up and at him, like barking like crazy. And I just take 2 steps back and I just don't move. And I'm just letting them bark, and they're barking. And then I hear my dad move or somebody move in the bed. It's moving in the bed. I'm just standing right outside the door because I didn't want to move a muscle. I was just frozen because I didn't want to make any noise. But he's moving around the bed. The dogs start barking after like 2 minutes. Everything's silent. I'm like, my heart about jumped out my chest. Wake up my homeboy. He wakes up. We get the car, jump my other car, and everything worked out. Luckily, but that was a crazy story. There's more to that story, but it's.
Keep it like that. That's one of the crazy stories I've ever heard.
It's still crazy. Yeah, and it was great.
It's crazy because you told that story to us the next morning. At practice during the warm up. Like,
the full story.
You know, you see those videos,
yeah.
You see the videos where you're like, missed the one. This is like what warm ups really be like, and it's like 2 dudes just yapping about like
just dribbling the ball.
Yeah. That was us for real.
Like, you won't believe what happened last night.
Yeah, crazy. Great story. Shout out to all the people that made that story a real thing.
For real. Shout out. All
right.
Shout out.
I took a lot of time with that one.
Jap, you got anything for us?
I'm sitting here trying to think of times where I snuck out, and I think when I was doing it, like when I started to do it, my parents would have been cool if I just asked them. I've definitely snuck people in though. I don't know if that's better or worse.
That can be just as scary, more terrifying. Honestly, it's in taking place on your property at that point.
I feel like it's worse being at someone else's crib. I feel like for the people you're sneaking in, it's worse for them because
Oh
they're
yeah,
around.
yeah,
You feel
yeah.
me? They got to deal with like they don't know your parents or your family. They're like they don't know what's gonna happen to them.
You
But
you
it's like
you're
all right,
good.
my parents are chill. You don't have to be too
You
worried.
somewhere else, boy. You gotta worry.
That's, that's
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, we was talking about second time sneaking out. I had another story for that.
Why is it like a
We're only talking about first
reoccurring
time.
theme?
We're
You're
only
just
talking about
first.
first time.
Okay, let's move along. Whew. That kind of ends the drama, the interesting stuff, I think. But we'll just do first video game memory.
mm, I used to have a PS2. I
Mm,
played NBA 08 goated.
damn.
And then I remember NBA Live 10 2. And then 2K12 was when I started playing 2K. But the NBA Lives were fun, man. I used to do like career mode. I'd be like building super teams, changing all the settings. I really used to think I was like gonna do NBA podcasting for a while because I was like I knew all like players and all the
Yep.
stats. Started getting into like the history. I'd be like going to my dad's work, like, and he used to work at a restaurant, so I'd like sit at the bar and wait for him to get off sometimes, and they'd give me like a root beer or something, and I'd be sitting there like chopping it up with these grown men, and I'm like 10 years old, but we're like yapping about NBA
That's dope.
teams and stuff. Bro, I used to feel like I was the man off that.
Talking to the grown folk.
No, those are good ones. I think for me, I had a Wii was like my first system, and then an Xbox 360. But the Wii, I remember Rock Band, like with my family. Rock Band and Just Dance, big interactive games. And honestly, the Rock Band, like, I would play Rock Band again, like today.
Yeah, Rock Band's a good one.
Let's go. Just Dance too. Honestly, I would Just Dance if it was cool, like a, you know, maybe a newer
Yeah,
dance.
with close friends.
Yeah, anything like that. But
Maybe.
those are kind of my first memories. Played FIFA and 2K on the Wii a little bit, which was interesting. Like on the Wii,
Actually, I'll take
Lego
that
Star
back.
Wars too.
With close friends is crazy. With close female friends,
What?
playing Just Dance with just the homies is crazy. Yeah, you're never gonna catch me playing that with just the homies.
We, I mean,
Whenever I was
our
a kid,
dance,
whenever I was a kid, okay, yeah, because it's fun.
bruh.
You're a kid, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, bro, what are we doing?
Look at my dad, huh?
Yeah,
Look
Okay.
at my. That was basically
I
us
think
playing
if you,
Just
you
Dance
got
with
to
each other.
Nah, we had a reason to celebrate. We had a reason to celebrate.
We were dancing. We was just lit. Go ahead, Job.
if you look at the lineup of games that you got and you pick Just Dance with just the homies, that's kind of weird. Like if you're looking at like Mario Kart or like, you know what I'm saying?
Lego Star
And
Wars there with the homies would be tough. Yeah.
and you're like, yo guys, we should play Just Dance.
This is the one we should be playing. This is nostalgic. This one.
It's like, oh yeah, bro. I think I gotta go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably
I've
start.
been, I've been gaming.
Yeah, what
I've
you
been a
got?
gamer, man. I've been a gamer. I'll say the first system I played on was the PS2, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3. I played on the GameCube. Played all the like Game Boy, DS, all that good stuff.
Ooh,
Come on,
dang,
that
I
Game
I
forgot.
Boy.
never had any of those.
Oh
I'm
no.
so
But
pissed.
the very first, yeah, that Game Boy was crazy. That Pokemon on the
I
Game
got
Boy.
Dude, why do you think I was addicted to it on my phone whenever it came out on the emulators?
Let me get on with this real quick. Let me just go ahead and shout
Yeah.
this out real quick. First game I can remember playing Tekken 5 on the PlayStation 2 with my brother. I used that dude, the Jaguar dude that just did all the wrestling and the grappling and stuff. I forget his name, Jax or something.
Was
But
it
shout out to Tekken 5,
Is that a
man.
fighting game?
Of course it was a fighting game. And then me and
Damn.
my brother would probably throw on some little boxing gloves and actually fight each other.
Dude, it was meant to
It was
be.
that dude, and I used a kickboxer. This dude that did Taekwondo, but
It was meant to
I
be,
got
bro. That's
it
crazy.
was
That's
meant
actually
to be,
crazy.
man. That's meant to be. Yeah, that game was super fun. I loved it.
Nah, that's lit. Yeah, dude, good. I mean, video games have always been good. Go check out the video game episode if you missed it. We talked about a little more about how video games have affected our lives. But yeah, dude, growing up, video games peak really because you didn't have any worries. Now we'll be playing the game and then we're like, oh, I gotta go make money.
Right.
Moving along,
So,
second to last, first here, first pet. Me, kind of lame. My parents, we didn't have pets until my mom got a cat, Marley, when I was in high school. So, but chill cat for a while. Went through some weird phases. But yeah.
my first pet, there was a lot of animals. But I think it was the first one I can kind of remember. I don't even remember its name really. I just remember Sandy for some reason. It was a pit bull. I just remember riding on his back because I was such a small kid. We'll just jump on his back and it would run around,
That's tough.
probably in pain.
That's so tough. And unfortunate. And unfortunate.
I was a small kid though.
W. I think the first one I remember when I was a baby, like, and when we first moved to the area, we lived on like somebody's farmhouse. Like, this guy owned a farm, and we like lived in his like little side house to it. And they had like a cat. It was kind of like our cat because it would just hang around. And then we also had two dogs, um, Bo and Luke, crazy dogs. But I mean, I was really young when we had them, so like I remember them fondly. But yeah, they didn't.
But
They ended up both passing away.
Bo is such a farm dog name.
Mm-hmm.
Cool
Yeah.
dogs though.
Fire,
First
yeah.
pet that I really remember, and I want to say this just because it's kind of funny. I got a hamster when I was like 12 and named it Chalupa, and it was like the best pet ever. It lived for like 3 years.
That's tough. I feel like
I feel like,
hamsters don't make it that long usually.
yeah, I was about to say, I feel like hamsters always find a way to like to
Just end it.
end themselves.
Yeah. So 3 years, I feel like that's
Or
Oh
impressive.
some
yeah,
random ways.
I remember we went on a trip and I had like left some food. Like I was also a good owner. Like I would get her in the ball like all the time. You know what I'm saying? That little plastic ball. Um, yeah, we had left for a couple days and I left her like some extra food, filled up the water, came back, ice cold stone still underneath the.
Chill.
Man, I her up, man. I about
Ooh.
man.
Some early trauma for you,
That might
mate.
that was either my first or second heartbreak. Both around the same time, so I don't know.
Damn.
Sitting there frozen,
Yeah,
boy, can't even move that
Rock
thing.
solid. That's
uh,
tough, dog.
probably could have played catch with her for
I
real.
say, probably
Like,
Nah.
I'm about to say go out there and play skip around the water or something.
that's
R.I.P. man. R.I.P. Chalupa. R.I.P. Chalupa, bro.
Pizza loop.
R.I.P. Chalupa,
dude.
man. Ain't nobody gonna
Name
skip you. It's alright.
Get a couple skips up out of her.
Come on, dog.
All right, boys. Let's finish it. Let's finish it strong here. First sports memory, and I think I'm gonna go more the route of like I like growing up. I remember like on the TV, like I was a huge Peyton Manning fan. So like definitely like some of those early like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, like that was kind of influential in my life early because my brother was a huge Tom Brady fan and I couldn't, I had to go for the opposite, and the opposite was Peyton Manning. So that's kind of the first sports memory that I can recall. And then like I know I posted on my story today that thing where my long-term goal was to play professional soccer for Chelsea. So like I remember like Fernando Torres, like way back in the day, like I don't know what goal he scored, but I think I was with Charlie. So I mean it was, I guess, early middle school, maybe late elementary school, because I think I went to school with him there. But yeah, those would probably be the two things: Peyton Manning and Fernando Torres.
It was probably when they won Champions League.
That's
He
what I
dribbled around the keeper.
think. Yeah, and I think that was like 2000.
They played Barca. That was the semifinal. That was 2012.
Yeah, I mean, it had to have been that.
And then
But
Drogba won it in the final with the header
mm,
and the PK.
the knee slide,
Means
beautiful,
W
beautiful.
him.
Yeah, dude, my mom sent me that thing that I posted, and I just thought it was hilarious. Like, my short-term goals were like applying to college back when I was like 10 years old or 8 years old or whatever. And the professional soccer player thing, I just had me cracking up. It was like, wow,
No,
really,
that's cool. That she kept.
yeah. But what y'all got? What y'all got?
First, like sports memory of us, like us playing, or like just in, like us
I
watching.
was saying in general, just like watching, like growing up, like what do you like?
I remember NBA, especially like the Christmas special ones. Like for some reason,
Those jerseys. I remember the
NBA like when
Christmas jerseys.
yeah the jerseys were cool, uh, and it was just like when LeBron was on the Heat. Like I remember like those being like I would be like locked in because there were so many good teams.
Yeah.
Like the Thunder were good, and like obviously young Warriors.
Now that early NBA
Um,
was crazy.
yeah, like the Lakers were still good, and then like Dirk and the Mavs. Like it was just like a lot of like that's when the NBA was at its peak for me,
That Mavs
and I would really
team.
watch. Yeah, I also remember I used to watch a little bit of soccer with my dad, like before I was even like into watching it. But the only thing we could stream were Italian league games, and it was like we'd watch like AC Milan when they had like Pirlo and Kaká and like Seedorf and Ronaldinho, and like and then we watch Inter with like Zlatan and Eto and like all them boys.
Dude,
So
those are the perfect
I'd like
perfect
be
teams
hearing
to
all the
watch.
names, like, huh,
Those are the perfect teams to watch. Like the perfect personnel on
dude.
those teams.
I wish I would have like been paying more attention because it was literally like
Peak.
the
Peak.
prime
Peak.
of
Yeah.
soccer. So many cool names that I
You absorbed some probably just from
yeah.
watching as a
I think
youngin.
I got second in soccer ball knowledge.
Yeah.
I would say my first ever sports memory, and this is like probably one of the youngest memories I've ever had, and it kind of makes me think of like the the strength of a child's imagination. Because I remember I went to my brother's soccer game. He played soccer whenever he was really young, before I was even old enough to play sports. And for some reason, the way I remember it, he scored a goal, and I just remember like it felt like in a kid's imagination, it felt like I was in a stadium, and like it just felt so unreal to me, like to watch him play soccer and score, and I just feel like I was in this stadium, like it was like the highest level of you know what I'm saying? Because my
Yeah.
imagination was so strong of what was
As a
going on.
kid, yeah.
But now I'm like thinking about, I was like probably just in some random field on some bleachers, like just watching a regular soccer game. But it felt so much more different to me, and especially because it's like my older brother, so it was just like it was just different, and I was just watching.
Nah, that's dope.
But that's my first sports memory for sure, because it was just such a surreal moment for me. It was really weird, and I'm surprised I remember it because I was so young. But that was the first one for sure.
That's a good one. You have to remind Biggie of that. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
be like, so you scored a banger for my first ever
Scored a
sports
banger,
memory,
bro, and it
bro.
was like a video game banger. Like that's how it
Oh,
felt. That's how it felt like to me. It was probably some regular
he's
basic
had it.
little
He's
kid
had it in
stuff.
him. He's had it in him.
Right.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. I literally played soccer with him like a couple of days ago. The full circle moment.
That's how. Yeah, yeah. I think it's the Jamaican in y'all or something. Y'all just have a little bit of that. I don't know what
He's
it
good
is.
too.
A natural. It's the natural athleticism. But yeah, that was a good little rundown of firsts. Those that the beginning of it kind of tired me out, working my brain to remember all that stuff.
Yeah. For real.
That's
I think yeah, that'd be better under the. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that.
yeah, that could have been enhanced definitely. We should probably preface it that we all three of us have terrible memory, really. But you know, we're able to make it work. There's a few cues needed to think back on some good firsts in our lives. But yeah,
If y'all got to this point of the video, man, y'all
a little
drop a
bit
like.
longer one, man. Yeah, drop a like for the boys. Drop a like for the boys, man.
Hopefully, y'all thought about some of your firsts and they were pleasurable for you, or maybe not. Maybe it was just nostalgic or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Hopefully we jog your memory.
Not all of ours were pleasurable. So
You know, it's good to remember how far you've came.
Exactly.
No matter the direction.
Yeah.
Right.
Good to reflect on that.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys if you're still listening. Like we keep saying, it's kind of long-winded, but there's some fun, new, interesting stuff coming. Me moving tomorrow is kind of the first step in that direction. So excited to
In a new age.
get that underway. And yeah, no, we appreciate y'all's support. As always, feedback, all that. Let us know. You know where to find us. And we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Hey! What?